All right, great Friday morning. Hope you guys are doing well, man. I don't know what is going on here with StreamYard, but there are some technical issues going on for sure. Hey, Jackson, can you log in, see if you see me on there? I don't know if we're seeing this or not the right way. Hey, listen, episode number 482 of the 15 Minutes to Mastery coming into you live from our San Antonio office, where we are in episode number 482. You can see me on there full screen, or is on the side there? Because on my screen, I can't see it.
On the side.
On the side. Okay, so I should be full screen now, right? Sorry, guys, just trying to work through this here because on my side, I can't see anything here. So today we're talking about a topic. It's month end, last day of the month, attacking the month, and hopefully you guys are hitting the goals, hitting everything that you wanted to get accomplished for February. It's a short month. But if you didn't, what's going to change next month? How's it going to be different next month? What are you doing, each and every one of you individually, to be able to do that? Because, the question stands to be asked. Do you hate winning? Andy Frisella writes, start with winning a single day. Win today, no matter what. Start with that. Okay. So we're talking about winning every single day. We want to talk about what it is, what it means to win, because a lot of people have gotten that confused. A lot of people over the last 10, 15 years have gotten winning confused. It became a bad thing to actually compete. It became a bad thing to actually put in extra work. It became a bad thing to compete. And so, unfortunately, guys, in life and in business, there is no participation trophy. In life and in business, not everyone wins. Not everybody gets a trophy. It's not fair for everyone. And so that's why you have winners and you have losers, right? And we want to make sure that you understand that every one of you, I don't care what it is that you do, whether it's manufactured home sales or anything else in general, you all have the opportunity to win. That's the beautiful thing about life, about humanity. Everyone has the opportunity, especially here in this country, you have the opportunity to win. Most people choose not to. Most people choose to hide behind the shield or the cape, the curtain that was put up so many over the last few years of, well, I don't want to make anybody feel bad, or why is everybody, everybody should be the same. Everybody should be equal. And that's not the reality of it. Every one of you out there knows that there's a dealership or a community down the street from you who is kicking your butt, who is doing more volume than you. There's a housing sales consultant at some other location, whether it's near you or in your same state, whatever it may be, who is completely outworking you, who is completely doing everything that you could do but choose not to do. And so winning, ladies and gentlemen, is not just showing up. It's not about showing up and being there for the day. And, I do my job. I come in, I make phone calls. I post some ads. Winning is about truly getting out there and executing. High performers operate at a different level. High performers look at winning as the only thing. But what they do in order to get to that point is what makes the difference between that high performer and everybody else. They're willing to do the things that most people are not willing to do. You see, high performers outwork everybody. And when I mean outwork, it's in everything, not just in the actual amount of phone calls, not just in the actual amount of hours they put in a day. It's in everything that they do. And the fact of the matter remains that even if you don't long for anything, you don't need anything in your life. Let's say you're set up, you're completely comfortable with where you're at in life, and that's great. That's a great place to be, right? But you also have the responsibility of setting an example for everyone else around you. We talked about it yesterday, right? We talked about yesterday how the people around you in your office will either have a positive or a negative effect on business. We talked about that Kellogg School of Management article yesterday that talked about how high performers increase the performance of everyone else around them by 15%. But we also talked about that toxic performer. We talked about that one person, that lazy performer, the one that's not trying to do more, the one that's always complaining, the one that's pretending that they do the work. Oh, well, I do this and I do that. And when they really aren't going 110%. You see, you hear it all the time from everybody. You hear it all the time from very highly successful people. You only get the one life. And why would you choose to live and work in a mediocre state? He tried to say mediocre. Mediocrity is terrible. We have a poster right here on the wall. It says average is the enemy. You see, most people work to be average. Most people want to do just enough. Most people want to get to today, the last day of the month, and say, hey, well, at least I took care of my bills. Hey, at least maybe I made a little bit of extra money. But what you should be looking at is, did I do everything I could? Did I give 1,000% every single day? Now, don't get me wrong when I tell you about, when I'm talking about this, I'm not saying you have to be at the office 18 hours a day. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is that you put in the work every single day. That if you are at the office from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., whatever it is, that it is a full-fledged, 100% fully engaged, taking care of all your tasks that need to get done, making sure that you're consistent with everything you need to be doing and building and knocking out every single day, that you are on point with your follow-up, that you're on point with your marketing, that you're on point with the phone calls, that you're on point every single time with your buyers and your customers, and that you're being fully intentional, that you're not sitting there and just listening for things to hear. You're not listening to hear things that are going to set off red flags so that you can kind of just stop. That you're working every single opportunity, whether it's on the phone or in person, to get the deal done. And when you get deals done, that you're working those deals 110% to get those to the finish line as quickly as possible. You're not taking excuses. You're not giving yourself excuses, and you're just winning. You see, there's a beautiful thing to winning. It's a great feeling. You're fulfilled. You can walk tall. You can have your head held high. Nobody's saying you're not going to have bad days. Nobody says that you're not going to have obstacles. I'm not telling you that there won't be problems along the way. But when you're operating every single day to win, it's easier to overcome those obstacles. Those obstacles aren't things that set you back. Those obstacles are just opportunities to improve. They're opportunities to move forward. They're opportunities to press forward and do what you need to get done. Why am I stressing so much the fact that you need to embrace winning? Why am I asking you if you hate winning? You see, every time I talk to a client of ours, or when I'm talking to new teams, that's one of the things that I always talk to them about is the responsibility we have, the responsibility that you have. You see, you're the ones that are sitting out there right now actually speaking to the people that are looking to buy a home. And when you stop to think about the fact that there are so many families out there all across America that just wish that they could get their own home, that just wish that there was an opportunity for them to buy something that they could afford, that would be of quality, that would change the quality of their lives and that of their families. When you show up every single day and you don't realize that and you don't operate in that manner, because if you did, if you were thinking about them rather than yourself, you would be thinking only about the amount of work and the quality of work that you would put behind every single day. You see, when I come into the office, I have to give 1,000% every single day, whether I like it or not. Look, last night, I hardly slept. I couldn't sleep. It was because of a good reason. We got some great news yesterday that you guys are going to hear about very soon. But it just got my wheels spinning. But anyway, slept maybe 2-3 hours, and I was dragging this morning, man. But I got to come in here and I got to come in ready to go, and I got to give 1,000%, because if I don't, I'm letting everyone else out there down. I don't do this for me. I do this for my team. I do this for the people we serve, and I do this for the people that you serve. You see, because if I don't give 1,000% and I don't help you, you're not helping them 1,000%. That's the level of responsibility that I take. Plus, not given the fact that we're building a business that never even existed. You're in an industry right now that has existed for decades. There's retailers and communities all across the country. If you decided to start today, if today's your first day, hey, congratulations. You came into an industry that is well established, that is needed, that has a product. We're building a business that no one even ever thought of. So I've got to give 1,000%. You should too. Winning is a fantastic thing, but it takes everything you've got. So if this month you didn't end up where you should be, you housing consultants, you general managers, if your numbers aren't where they should be, and believe me, I was there plenty of times myself. Look, I'm telling you this simply because you don't get this twist and say, well, damn it, Caesar, you're over there talking. You're not even in the game. Brother, I'm talking to you because I was in the game, and I know for a fact I wasn't giving 1,000%. Now, when I compare it to the way I work now, and you see the difference is I could give this amount of effort back into it if I ever got back into selling, if I got back into being general manager. So I know that there's more that you could give. So don't take my message as me beating you down or beating you up or getting upset with you. Take my message in this manner. I know that there's more that you can give. I know that there's more that you can do, and I know that there's more that you can benefit from. And it's called winning. It's called winning, and it's something you should love to do. You should hate to lose. Hate to lose more than you love to win, but you got to chase the win. So what is it that you can do as a high performer to get that done? And I don't know if it's going to come out on lists. I'm just going to spit them out from the top of my head, man, because something's up with this computer right now. First and foremost, you got to have a great work ethic. You have to have a great work ethic. That's the difference between high performers that always are going after the win and everybody else. A great work ethic, day in, day out, whether or not you want to be there or not. The next thing you got to have on top of that, I'm going to pull up my list here because I want to make sure I don't mess it up, but I'm going to have to pull it up on the phone, folks. So I apologize for that. All right. Let's see here. So here we go. We want to talk about the top 5 traits of winners, right? And so we're talking about great confidence as well. Okay. You've got your work ethic. You got your adaptability. You got to be able to adapt. Like I said, you've got to be able to handle those problems when they come up, and you got to be able to bob and weave and move, but not let it slow you down. The next thing you need to be goal oriented. You need to have a goal-oriented mindset. First of all, you got to have your goals down. You have to know exactly what you're after. You see, folks, everything that's been happening for our company has been a goal. Sometimes the goals have shifted because I had to make some changes, shift according to the market, but the goals are there and they continue to increase. Even last night, I was sending out to my family the next set of goals. So you've got to be goal-oriented, right? You have to have effective communication. You've got to be able to communicate, not just to your buyers, but you got to be able to communicate amongst each other professionally with respect, but always knowing that we're all moving with the same mission in mind. Effective communication. And the last thing that you need to have, the last trait that you definitely need to have as a high-performing winner is a growth mindset. somebody who is not stagnant, somebody who doesn't think they've already, man, I've been doing this 5 years. I've been doing this 10 years, 20 years, whatever. I've got this down. I'm here to tell you ain't got shit. Times change, things change, everything changes, everything shifts, everything moves. There's always new things. There's new ways of doing it. There's always people doing things differently. There's always things to improve. There's always things to learn. There's always things to grow. So you've got to be of growth mindset. I love you guys, man. I get excited. I'm excited about what happened with us yesterday. And if we're winning at this level, I know that you could be winning even so much bigger. You just got to not hate winning. You just got to not be lazy and give yourself the pass. You just got to go out and do it. And you got to not settle for whatever you get. Well, we only ended up with 5 this month. Well, we only ended up with, man, stop that already. Every single day, go out and attack the day. Go out and execute at the highest level possible. Stop belittle. Let's go be winners. Man, it's in the air. So much winning going on all across the country, all across the world, and you could be a part of it. Go out and win. You guys have a great Friday. All right. We're getting ready to head out. Like I said, to New Mexico. We're going to do a whole bunch of videos today. Going to be in New Mexico all next week with a brand new retailer that we signed up. Appreciate you very much. Zia Factory Outlet in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're going to be there for the week working with their teams. But we'll always be here with you. We're back in tomorrow with 15 Minutes to Mastery, Saturday, Selling Saturday edition. Until then, my friends, as always, can't wait to meet you.